My name is Davion Brown. I go to King College Prep. I'm Alvin's friend.
Where are you from, and which neighborhood are you from?
From Chicago. I'm from the Roseland neighborhood.
How long have you lived in Chicago?
I've lived in Chicago my whole life.
What role do you play in your community?
I just try to keep the community clean, don't litter,
What is your definition of community?
My definition of community is a place where a group of people come together as one. They live together, they're neighbors.
How have you been impacted by your community?
I live in a caring community, so everybody care for each other and looks after each other, so that has kind of helped me do the same for other people.
How would your life be different if you lived in a different city or town?
Living in a different city would probably change the culture that I'm in, around the people that I'm around. A different time could change what I would do, the things I would say, probably.
If you could change anything about your community, what would it be?
Overall, I would just change the fact of violence, just try to, cut out all the violence, create peace.
All right, why?
Too much violence, too many kids seeing violence, it's messing their heads up, stuff like that.
How do you think a community is viewed by others?
I think some people who haven't been here or who haven't lived here, or just people who live here, thinks everything is violent. They think everybody are gangbangers, and that's not the case. It's just a majority of people who don't really have nothing, so that's where they from.
How do you think your community is viewed by others?
That's answer that, yeah.
Why?
Because of the news, because of I think people view the community like that because of the news. It's all talk about killings in the news, so people could, draw that conclusion.
If you think this view is wrong or unfair, is there a way to change your community in a way it's viewed by others?
Yeah, I think this view is wrong. Even though a lot of stuff is going down like that in my community, it's a lot of people. We could come together to change that and bring awareness to it and get the youth more involved in extracurricular activities to keep them out of the streets.
How?
Create youth centers, after-school activities, sports, park districts can all get involved and try to keep the youth, busy.
All cities have to deal with this issue like violence. How does the issue of violence in Chicago compare to other major cities?
All cities have their violence, but in Chicago it's probably more often, more killings. So I think it's violence everywhere, but Chicago just got more. I don't know, because Chicago is a big city.
What are the top 3 issues that you would like to address and start a dialogue with your community?
Poverty, violence, and religion.
If you were in charge of the media, what would you show? What would you do to change the perception of how people view your community? You and your community.
I would portray more positive things on the news, like stuff that young people are doing that's good. Stuff young black males are doing that's good, young black females that's doing good, and try to get a better image of us.
How do you see Chicago in the future?
I think if we all come together as a community and get the youth together, the future for Chicago could be real bright. We could be special.
Is this good or bad? Can it be prevented if bad?
This is good. It's good.
Are there any other questions that I did not ask that you feel I should have asked others in your community?
No.